This is the story of the only MLB star who physically couldn't miss a pitch. But how did Greg Maddux, the man whose fastball barely cracked the mid-80s, become the most feared pitcher of an entire era? Was Maddux's greatness built on talent or something far deeper? Stick around. This is the incredible tale of Greg Maddux, the Wizard of Las Vegas. Number 2. Childhood in Las Vegas. Born in Las Vegas, Nevada on April 22, 1966, Maddux was overshadowed by bigger, stronger athletes throughout his childhood. He learned early on that he would need to rely on more than just his physical gifts to succeed. In fact, it was during his teenage years that a scout by the name of Ralph Meir saw something special in Maddux. While other scouts were overlooking him, Meir recognized that Maddux had something they didn't: exceptional movement and location on his pitches, and he made sure to let the young pitcher know it. Maddux took those words to heart, and it became his mantra. For him, it wasn't about throwing harder, it was about throwing smarter. Fast forward to the day he was drafted by the Chicago Cubs and his career began. But it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. There were doubters everywhere. Scouts who had passed on Maddux in the draft were smugly proven right. Or were they? Not if Maddux had anything to say about it. That brings us to number 3, early struggles. Maddux's minor league days were tough. Homesick and demotivated, he was ready to quit. But luckily, he met Bob Mandeville, a teammate who helped him turn his life around. Mandeville showed him what it meant to be part of a team, giving him a sense of belonging and purpose. Together they became the double play duo, helping each other succeed both on and off the field. This taught Maddux that mental strength matters just as much as raw skill. And that's a lesson many young athletes forget. Do not lose the mental battle before you fight the physical one. Number 4. Turning point. 1987 was a disaster for Maddux, ERA 5.61. It was clear his unorthodox methods weren't working. He needed a new approach. Enter Dr. Robert W. Duvall, a sports psychologist. After talking with Dr. Duvall, Maddux realized something shocking. Baseball is 60% mental. From that moment on, he trained his mind as relentlessly as his arm. As he developed confidence in his breaking ball and changeup, his fastball seemed to move faster. By 1988, he was an all-star. Maddux's transformation was complete. Unlike Randy Johnson, who blew hitters away with sheer power, Maddux dismantled them with surgical precision. His pitches moved like magic, appearing at the last moment to surprise his opponents. The mental game was won before the physical battle even started. Number 5. The Cubs years. Maddux became the ace of the Cubs pitching staff and carried the team to the 1989 playoffs. But postseason struggles haunted his early career. Despite not winning a title with the Cubs, Maddux's performance earned him the nickname Mad Dog and the love of the fans. Finally, in 1992, everything came together. He won 20 games, including the clincher for the National League East title, and captured the Cy Young Award. But the following offseason, the Cubs cheaped out and let him walk. It was a move they would soon regret. Chicago fans never forgave management for letting the best pitcher in baseball go. Number 6. The Braves dynasty. In 1993, Maddux signed with the Atlanta Braves, joining forces with Tom Glavine and John Smoltz to form the Big Three. Together, they dominated the National League for years. Maddux won 4 consecutive Cy Young Awards from 1992 to 1995, breaking the record previously held by Steve Carlton and forcing hitters into a perpetual guessing game. Maddux's style was a thing of beauty. He dissected hitters with pinpoint accuracy, making them look foolish as he danced around the strike zone with ease. In fact, he was so dominant that he pitched complete games under 100 pitches 13 times, earning him the nickname a Maddux. Unfortunately, despite their regular season success, the Braves only won 1 World Series, cementing their status as underachievers. However, none of this was Maddux's fault. Number 7. Redemption in 1995. The Braves had failed to make it past the 1991 and 1992 World Series. The city of Atlanta was desperate for a championship. In Game 1 of the 1995 series against the Cleveland Indians, Atlanta made an early defensive error, putting runners on base with no outs. All the momentum seemed to be on Cleveland's side, but Maddux had other plans. With a calm determination, he proceeded to shut down the most explosive lineup in baseball, facing only 3 batters over the minimum for the remainder of the game. He pitched a complete game, allowing only 5 hits and 1 run, while striking out 6. His dominance gave Atlanta the momentum they needed to win their first World Series title in 26 years. This just goes to show that pressure doesn't crush the prepared, it reveals them. Number 8. Beyond the glory. While known as an intimidating force on the mound, Maddux was a prankster and comedian in the clubhouse. He was quirky off the field, but an assassin on it. Despite his accomplishments, Maddux remained humble and avoided the spotlight. His focus was solely on his craft, which sometimes made teammates feel overshadowed. This might explain why the Braves, despite dominating the regular season, only won 1 World Series. Perhaps Maddux's intense dedication and unwavering focus made it difficult for others to share the spotlight. Nevertheless, Maddux's impact on the game was undeniable. Number 9. The final chapters. After 9 incredible seasons with the Braves, Maddux returned home to the Cubs in 2004. There he passed both the 300 wins and 3,000 strikeouts milestones. Later, he had stints with the Dodgers and Padres before retiring in 2006 at the age of 42. Throughout his career, Maddux collected 18 Gold Gloves, showcasing his defensive brilliance as well. In addition, his durability was remarkable. He never missed a start for more than a decade, proving his ability to withstand the pressures of playing at the highest level. 10. Legacy. Greg Maddux may not have thrown the hardest or the fastest pitches, but he was arguably the most effective pitcher of his generation. His unconventional methods challenged the norms of a sport dominated by power, proving that intelligence, strategy, and subtlety could defeat brute force. In fact, Maddux's legacy extends beyond his own career. He inspired generations of pitchers to value control and movement over sheer velocity, forever changing the way the game is played. So the next time you see a young pitcher struggling to throw hard, remember the words of Greg Maddux. Movement and location will last longer than hard and straight. And that's all for today. See you next time.